Sarbanes for his questions.
Thanks very much, Mr. Chairman. Thanks, Administrator Regan, for being here. We appreciate you. It's a very, very tough job. You're doing a lot. You're juggling a lot of things, making real progress, though, for the American people. As a lifelong Marylander, I'm sure you understand that I've been a supporter of restoring the Chesapeake Bay, which is the largest estuary in the United States. It's a national environmental treasure. It's a regional economic engine. It's been one of my top priorities since I've come to Congress. And over time, as the bay's health has been negatively impacted by locally produced nutrient runoff, rising sea levels due to climate change, the loss of coastal and marine habitat, and other factors, EPA's Chesapeake Bay program has been absolutely critical to facilitating the complex cross-state effort that is imperative restoring the bay. Only EPA can, in a sense, bring the regional impact to this effort. And the Bay program is a unique partnership, as you know, that brings together the 6 Chesapeake Bay watershed states, Maryland, Virginia, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Delaware, New York, the District of Columbia, the Chesapeake Bay Commission, and the federal government. So it's really all hands on deck. Each Bay program partner uses its own resources to implement Bay restoration and protection activities, while federal Bay program funds are used to coordinate the complex multi-state science, research, modeling, monitoring, data collection, and other activities that are essential to support partners' collaboration. This year, EPA has requested $92.094 million, a little over $92 million through its geographic programs for the Chesapeake Bay program, an amount equal to last year's enacted levels, and I'm pleased to say that you saw that as a historic investment last year in the program's critical work. With these funds, the Bay program has been able to make significant strides in meeting the goal of restoring the Bay by 2025. We're not there yet, but those goals are set forth in the Chesapeake Bay Watershed Agreement. As we rapidly approach that 2025 deadline, can you share the progress that the record level of funding which has been brought to bear has allowed EPA to make on this goal?
Absolutely, and thank you for your leadership and support of that funding. We have almost reversed the decline of oysters, freshwater mussels, and subaquatic vegetation. Wastewater treatment facilities have been upgraded, and an increasing number of counties and municipalities have stronger stormwater programs that are reducing that combined water sewer spillover into the Bay. I am very proud to chair the Chesapeake Bay Executive Council and have spent some time with the governors of Virginia and Maryland and Pennsylvania, and I think that those resources give my staff the capacity to have very serious conversations about how we meet these goals while understanding the tough road that the agriculture community has to follow in order to help us to meet these goals. And so I think everybody's rowing in the same direction, and we know that we're protecting an ecosystem and an economy and a way of life. And so those resources are very precious to us.
Thank you. As I'm sure you're aware, Republicans have proposed some limits on discretionary spending that would likely impact the Chesapeake Bay program and its ability to support states in their coordinated effort to meet the 2025 deadline. What challenges to meeting the shared goal we have of restoring by 2025 still remain, and how would cuts to the program, the Chesapeake Bay program, at this critical juncture threaten our ability to sustain the progress that we've already made?
I think, well, I don't think I know, the governors of Virginia, Maryland, and Pennsylvania, and in some of the other borderline states would say that this is an all-hands-on-deck approach right now. And yes, we are not going to meet our 2025 deadline, as some had hoped a couple of years ago, but we're redefining what success looks like. If we don't get these resources, we won't be able to have the innovative programs on the ground to meet these restoration goals, and it will have an impact on the economy.
I agree with you 100%. Without the strong and continued investment that EPA has requested for the Chesapeake Bay program in fiscal year 2024, the risk is we could jeopardize decades of work and collaboration towards the Bay's restoration. This is absolutely not the moment to pull back. It's got to be full steam ahead, all hands on deck, as you said. This is the moment to act. We have to provide the resources that are necessary to achieve the full measure of the Bay's restoration. So I appreciate very much your testimony here today, and I'll just pick up on something you mentioned a moment ago, which is The agricultural runoff dimension of this continues to be a huge challenge. We're in a year also where we're looking at reauthorizing the Farm Bill, and I think that conversation cross-agency is going to be very important to the success of the Chesapeake Bay program. Thank you, Administrator. I yield back my time.